Good morning, children. In the last period, we had revision of chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. During the revision, there were many questions asked, and you were able to give the answers for many of them. This was just to give you an idea how your periodic test will be there, either what set of questions will be there, what type of questions will be framed. So, I will just brief you. The questions will be your basically multiple choice. Okay, you will have to choose the answer, and they will be very short ones. You will not have any brief questions over there in the paper. So, we also discussed each and every topic of chapter 1 to make it clear to you. Today we will start with the revision of chapter 3, and that is fiber to fabric, and I hope you will understand the topic and you will just have the quick look at of all the topics. Here's one again, and if you have any doubt you can ask later on in the session. Now, there are different types of fibers, as you know, and there are different types of fabrics. Here you can see on your screen you have different fibers as well as you have different fabrics. Okay, and the fibers, that are some of the fibers are your plant fiber, and the other one on the other side, that means on the right side, you can see your animal fiber also, and here you can see the fabrics also. So among the fabrics you can see some of them are, one or two are your natural fabrics and the other one is your synthetic fabric. Now, when we talk of natural fiber and the synthetic fiber, natural fibers or the fibers, they are found in the nature. So, for example, your wool, silk, cotton, jute, etc. These are provided to us by the nature. Whereas on the other side you have the synthetic fibers. These fibers are made by the man. Either these are your man-made fibers. Example, your nylon, rayon, Teflon, etc. So many are there. And apart from that, you have the advantages and the disadvantages of all these, both the types of the fibers and the fabrics. Here on your screen you can see there are animal fibers which have been classified into two, your wool and your silk. Now, before starting with the topic, I will start off with the question so that you will just have an idea how the questions will be there. So, here you have the first question, that is choose the correct answer. And among this you have the first question, wool can be obtained from. So, here four options have been given and you have to go for the one among the all, which one is correct. So, here you have the options as sheep, yak, goat, all of these. So, I hope you understood. Here the answer will be what? All the three are your wool yielding. So, fourth one, all of these. Second one, which among the following is animal fiber? So, here you have the jute, cotton, polyester and silk. Here again all the other three are your plant products, but the last one is your silk, which is your animal product, either your animal fiber. So I hope you got an idea. This is how the questions will be there. Now the next question that comes up is, what is fleece? Either from where do we get the fleece? What is fleece? From where do we get the wool? So fleece is nothing else but it is the hairs which are present on the sheep, the goats and the yak. That means the animals which are present on these wool yielding animals and the organisms is said to be your fleece. Here you can see the other one now. It is related with your silk. So the first topic is your wool and the other one is your silk. So children, I feel you know wool we obtain from the sheep, goats and the yak, llama, alpaca, all these. But the silk, it comes from the silk worms. Now, again coming back to the wool. Now, there are two types of fleece, or else we can say there are two types of hairs on the sheep body. So, the first one is the coarse beard hairs and the second one is the fine, soft under hairs which are very close to the skin. Now, do you know among these two hairs which one is preferred for making the wool? Yes, the soft one. The fine, soft under hairs which are very close to the skin. This type of hairs are used for making the wool. This type of fibers are there which we use for making the wool. Now these here again you can see the picture of the goat as well as of a yak. Now Now the next term that comes up is your selective breeding. The process of breeding among the parents with desirable characters to get in their offsprings, such as soft underhairs in the sheep. So this is the definition of your selective breeding. This is what is selective breeding. Here the rearers, they go for selecting the desired parents. Okay, what type of characters they want, accordingly they just go for selecting the parents, and along with that they get a or desirable offspring. Why do they go for this process? Is because they want soft under hairs within the sheep. They want good quality of the hairs for making the wool. Now here again you can see the next question that is there is the match the following. So here you can see again the again the animals and the states and the this is given over here, countries are given, and accordingly you can just go for choosing the correct country or the state. So first one is your sheep. Here you have the Rajasthan and Punjab. Along with it, sheep also are found in Uttar Pradesh. Then they are found in Haryana. They are found in Gujarat. So many states are there in India where the sheep are found. Yak is found in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora goat is found in Jammu and Kashmir. Llama is found in South America, whereas alpaca is also found in South America. So these are some of the places where these animals are found, and these animals are your wool yielding animals. Here again you can see the pictures of your sheep. Just see how much wool is there on the body of the sheep as well as on the goat and your rabbit. Now, how to get the wool? What these rearers do? Who are these rearers? Who tame these sheep, who keep these sheep. So for getting a good wool, they have to give them good food also, nutritious food. Then only they can get a good quality of the wool. So as we know, sheep are all herbivores by nature. So that means here the rearers, they feed them on the mixture of your pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes, etc. And here the rearers, after giving them good food, they also undergo the process of selective breeding, which we just now discussed. Now, why are they doing such things? Why are they practicing these two things? In order to get good quality of wool. Because until unless they get good quality of wool, it's of no use to tame these sheep, because they are rearing these sheep for wool only. Here you can see the picture of llama, alpaca and the rabbits once again. Now the next question session that comes up is your name the following. Here you have two animal fibers. First one is two animal fibers when I am asking for. Yes, your wool and your silk. Those are the two animal fibers. The second question that comes up is your two animal yielding wool. So many animals are there. We have the yak, we have the goat, we have sheep, we have llama, we have alpaca. So any of the two animals. Third one, from which body part of the sheep the wool is obtained? So as you know, it's your hairs. Now comes the next process, that is the processing of the fiber into the wool. How this wool is processed, how we get the wool from the fibers that we get from the hairs of the sheep, either the fleece. So here the first step that comes up is your shearing. Now what is shearing? Here it is the removal of the fleece from the body of the animal, from the body of the sheep or any of the animal. So here when they remove, along with the removal of the hairs, some skin also comes out sometimes. Second one is your scoring. Now when they remove it, it is full of dust. There is dirt also there. Since these animals, they graze here and there, so there are so many things which are not good. So it is removed. So it is scoring means the removal of the grease, dust and the dirt by washing the sheared skin. Now it is done in the tank as well as it is done in the machines. Initially it was done in the tank. Nowadays it is done in the machines also. Third one is your sorting. Now here the different textures are separated because all they just collect together. So all never just go for one sheep or the another sheep, they just collect all together. So now different textures has to be separated. So here this is the third step. Fourth step comes up is your picking. Now what do they pick? They pick up the birds. Now the question comes up, what is bird? Now the birds are the small fluffy fibers, okay, which are present on the hairs. And I hope all of you have seen your sweaters and your woolen garments. Even on your sweaters and on your woolen garments, you might have seen these fluffy fibers. They just come up after a few days. Okay, these are said to be your burrs. So here during the fourth step, they just remove these burrs from your fiber. Fifth step is your dyeing. Now whatever fibers they have got, it is of different colors. Okay, so now they whatever desirable color they want, accordingly they dye these fibers. So this is the fifth step, which is said to be your dyeing. Now comes the sixth step. Now whatever they have collected, they have colored and they have cleaned. Now they just go for straightening it. So they straighten the fiber, they comb it, and then they roll it into the yarn. Now what is a yarn? You know, it is a fiber. So the long fibers are made into the wool now. These are used for making the sweaters, and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into the woolen clothes. So here two types of fibers are there. One is long and the other one is your short one. Longer ones are used for the sweaters and the shorter ones are used for the woolen clothes. Again here we have the question session. So first one is, what are birds? Second one, what is the technical term for removing the hairs for the body of the sheep? Third one, why goats, sheep, etc. have thick coat of hairs? So first one, what are birds? These are the fluffy hairs present on the fiber, either any of your woolen cloth. Second one, technical term for removing the hairs from the sheep is said to be your shearing. Third one, to trap the air and to keep them warm. Since these are here you can see now 3 questions I have given you the answers. So even in your exam you may get the options with the question, and accordingly you will choose the correct answer. So accordingly you just go for it. I have given you the pattern, I have given you an idea how the questions will be set, how the questions will be asked, and in new more either in the other more sessions of your revision you will get many more other ideas, and you will come to know how the paper will be set, either what type of questions will be there. It will be completely objective. There will be no theoretical questions there. Okay, it will not be a summative one. You don't have to write brief answers over there. Everywhere you have to choose. Here again you can see it is talking about the silkworm's life cycle, but today we are not going to go with this topic. We will stop over here with the wool, okay, and tomorrow we will start with the silk. So thank you children and have a nice day.